and day and night. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, welcome everybody, ladies and gents, audience everywhere.
Thank you.
Welcome to the day and night conversations where we talk about everything with our beautiful host, of course, Yowande. Hello, Yowande.
Thank you, Nancy. Yowande.
Yes, and I'm Burgundy Nancy with you today. And we have today an incredible guest. I'm super psyched and excited about them. I've heard their songs like 20,000 times now since I've heard about them. It's like it's in my head. It's on my podcast and on my Spotify. Sorry. And you will probably by the end of this podcast too. Our wonderful guest group project.
Group project.
Yo.
Yeah. Yes.
What's up?
Yes.
The things that I hated the most in high school, group projects.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you love them. You love
Now I
them.
love
But
them.
now we love the name though because of you. It had a bad connotation. Now it has a positive.
Now we're good. Now we're good.
Yeah.
There you go. True.
Yeah, I mean, so many things, so many acts and bands coming out from Montreal, like Arcade Fire, Chromeo, Drake, Celine Dion. Maybe not the last two, but now it's like it's you guys. It's your time. It's your time.
Hopefully.
We're the new sound.
Definitely. How are you guys doing today?
Very good.
Doing good.
Yeah.
This is sick.
Yeah.
Super
Happy
happy
to
to
be
be here.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for coming over. So for our audience who doesn't know who, what, where, how the group project is, like, could you tell us a bit about who you guys are?
Oh, yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, sure.
Alex. People who can see us. Alex over
Alice in Wonderland.
here. No, Alex. Alex, not Alex.
Alex is in Wonderland most of the time. Just kidding.
And Jacob over here.
Yo.
Yes.
Jacob here.
And there's also a third member as well, Jeremy, who's also part of the band.
He's
not
stuck
here
in traffic.
today.
He's stuck in Montreal traffic.
We cast about
We miss
traffic.
you, Jeremy. We're
We
thinking
miss
about
you.
you. Yes. But yeah, for you guys, could you tell us about who you guys are?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll take over.
Okay.
Group project is me, Alex, Jeremy. We're a band. We used to say like electronic music, and then we kind of shifted to pop. And then we honestly had like no genre at one point. It was like EDM, folk music, and rock. And then it blended into, okay, we're doing pop now because we had riffs that just, kind of stuck with people, and it became kind of poppy. But now we're kind of at that stage where we're like alternative.
Okay.
So we're like an alternative pop band from Montreal trying to make a big pop rock.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
kind
we
of
can-
hard
it's
to
hard
put you
to
down
decide.
in like one category.
But that's what's cool, and that's what we want to kind of maintain is like,
Yeah.
You guys are like open. Like,
The
they
main
have-
open-minded people, open-minded music.
The main thing is we all come from different backgrounds. Like I was more punk rock influenced. My dad was in a punk band when he was younger, so all my roots come from there. And then Jacob's more like into folk. He's a big John Mayer fan. And then Jeremy is a complete country and EDM fan, which is weird, but
country and
yeah, it's like two opposites, but somehow creates Jeremy Harbeck. He's a weird guy. Anyways, he's not here today.
Great
so
guy.
Just
Can't
joking,
define-
Jeremy. We
He
love
Can't
you.
defend himself, so let's not call him out.
Well, weird can be good. Some girls are into weird guys,
For sure.
Yeah.
His girlfriend is into him.
Hey, there you go. Weird is good. Weird
That's
is good.
one.
No,
Okay,
we
so
only
where
say
did-
that because he's not here.
You guys grew up in Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're born and raised in Montreal. Okay, what
Yeah.
part of Montreal?
West Island, so Dorval.
West Island.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out West Island.
Shout out
Shout out.
Dorval, Dival gang.
So very, very English.
Very English,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, no French on my side, but Alex could say otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I grew up in Hudson. No one knows where Hudson
You saw how everything went quiet? I was like,
Hudson
what
is
the hell is
off
that?
the island
Okay,
of Montreal. It's off. It's close to Vaudreuil,
Okay.
Okay.
close to Rigaud. So
Where?
it's pretty far off. People from West Island are like, they don't even know where Hudson is, really.
It's like, it's
Anyways.
off the island.
So I grew up there. I lived in Montreal for the 2 first years of my life, though. And then
Okay.
we moved out when my mom got pregnant with my 2 twin sisters. I have twin sisters.
Are they identical?
No,
Okay, never mind.
probably better that way.
I don't know.
It's scaring me. I'd name them the wrong name sometimes if they're identical. Anyways,
But yeah, Alex has got some French in him.
yeah, my mom's French, my dad's English, so je parle un peu je parle français, évidemment.
Mais moi aussi, un petit peu.
Un
Petit
petit
peu.
peu.
Yes.
Petit peu de français.
So you
Yeah.
guys grew up together. So when did you guys meet?
So I guess I'll go into the group project story
Uh-huh,
background because
yeah.
so
Yeah, for the audience who doesn't
For the
know.
audience,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Sit
Yeah.
back, relax, put your seatbelts on. It's
Exactly.
gonna be a bit of a story.
Yeah, it's
I'm down,
a
I'm
fun
ready.
story.
I was always into music. Like, since I was always a sports player too, but I always knew, like, you know, I'd be taking my skates off or taking my pads off, and I'd say, you know, I'm gonna go home and write a song. But I wouldn't tell anybody that. I just knew that's what I love to do. Then I did some talent shows. Then after high school, my buddy Jeremy, who went to the same high school as me, Loyola High
from the
School.
band, right?
Jeremy from the band.
Yeah.
And so he saw you in your talent shows.
Well, he knew I sang, and he was always into making beats. So,
Okay.
like, some heavy EDM beats. And I was into anything, you know? So he was like, do you want to sing for some songs? And we didn't even, like, really hang out in high school. But then after, I said, yeah, for sure, I'm going to sing in some songs. We made some songs, released them to SoundCloud, got some good traction, good feedback. I said, yo, we're doing this again.
Okay, wait a minute. How old were you when you did this?
Yeah.
I was right out of high school, and then we only released it a year after that. So I was made it at 16, released at 17 maybe.
Were you guys did it on your own?
Yeah, we did it on our own, and we put it out on SoundCloud.
Were you group project then? Or?
Not even. It was DJ Harbs featuring Jacob Brown.
Okay.
And then we made another song. Also
DJ
did pretty well.
Harbs?
DJ Harbs. And
yeah. But
Anyways,
like that's how we started.
DJ Harbs. I know.
DJ
It's
Harbs.
terrible, eh?
But no,
It's all good. It's all
It sounds
We
like
wouldn't be here right
typical
now if our
DJ
name was
name.
still DJ Harbs.
featuring Jacob Brown. So then we had so Alex worked with Jeremy at the IGA, and Alex, I guess, knew that Jeremy was doing this music shit. Oh,
Yeah, you can swear. It's
oh my
fine.
God.
It's fine. You can
Okay.
swear.
Your
cool.
mom's not listening.
Yeah. Maybe.
She
Maybe.
But even then,
Take off her
whatever.
belt.
Yeah.
Take off her seatbelt and anyway, where was I?
Okay, wait. I'll take over.
Take over.
Yeah,
take
you're
it.
talking
Take
Because
it.
I feel like
When you guys met-
it's getting to you.
Oh yeah, Jeremy was working with Alex at the IGA.
Yeah.
So yeah, I met Jeremy at the IGA, and it was my first real job. I was 16 at the time, and I heard just from rumors of different employees there that he made music, but he was a producer. He made more EDM style music. I've always been open to anything music related because I just love music, and I was a drummer at first, and I started playing guitar more. And I found a love for guitar. And I just spoke to Jeremy one day and I said, hey man, I play guitar. I heard you're a producer or whatever, you make EDM beats. We should get together and just create something sometime. He's like, yeah, for sure. So I went to his house not too long after that. And he had this song called We Want Love. Only the real ones know. Anyways, and he was like, oh, I have this song. Can you try to lay something down? I was like, yeah, sure. So I lay something down on guitar and he was like, this is really cool, man. And he just started calling me back and it was like, okay, we're a band now. And and the first thing I told Jeremy,
Let's make it official.
the first thing I told Jeremy, I was just like, I was not sure if I was there to be in the band. I was just like some guy he was using to play
Aw.
guitar.
Yeah.
And it was fun because I was like, this is cool, it's different.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, you have to change your name. Like you can't go on being Harbeck or DJ Harb. No one knows who the fuck
even
you are.
then-
No one's gonna want to listen to you if your name's DJ Harbs. Christ. So
I'm taking over.
so then I just say, I'm like, hey man, change your name, get a better logo. So I remember our logo now, the 3 stick man. I was just in class and I was like, I was starting to get more and more into this band, even though I didn't know if I was actually in this band yet. I was just like, I like this.
So
I'm
did
gonna
they
try to
vote
help
you
this
in?
DJ
Like, so-
Harb guy.
Okay.
So then I'm like making logos and I show it to him. And at first he's like, this is bad, whatever. And then it grew on him and he's like, oh, this is good. And then he started saying we instead of you. And then it was like, we're in a band now, you know? So
Okay.
Super deep.
Yeah.
But no, actually, a little step to just fill in the gap.
Okay.
Alex came in, and We Want Love was a song that he did with some other singer. What the fuck? But then we had a song that we're all together, and it was at the point where we're going to release it, and we're like, okay, it's not going to be DJ Harbs featuring Jacob Brown featuring Alex on guitar.
Yeah.
So he said, and we had like a friend that was doing the mixes and stuff, so he was like, you know, it's kind of like a group project. And I said, that is so lame. But it grew on me too, and it ended up being a brand. And now whenever you hear group project, especially because we're all still in school, it's like whenever I hear it, I'll be like, group project, you know, like you'll think of it, and people, and our target audience is definitely like that age.
college kids, at
Kids,
school.
even like, you know, anybody, you know, school kids, and whenever they hear group project, they'll think of us.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
kind of like a branding
Oh.
scheme, which is cool. And I actually never like, that was originally never the plan, but it actually worked out like that.
Yeah.
Turned
In a way
into
that
that for
every
sure.
time somebody says group project, I'm like, group project. Or even my friends would be like, oh, group project.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's dope.
So you guys
Yeah.
are all still in school right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Austin school.
And you guys go to which school?
McGill Business,
Mm-hmm.
3rd year. maybe a few more years.
Okay.
We'll see.
And you're in business because of your band, or
Yeah. Well, like I wasn't gonna do music because like I'm more the creative part of music. I know, like I love music and I would study it, but I just feel like it's like school business is kind of like a backup plan if music doesn't work out.
Yeah,
you know, I'll
it's
have a
always
good
good to have a
degree.
backup plan.
I could do something.
So
For sure.
can you still like? Can you still go to school? Like people don't like because that's your target audience. Like a lot of, but
yeah.
do people recognize you, or are you gonna be? Are you gonna at one point have to go like to do internet classes, like classes online?
Because we're so famous.
No, we're not. We're not
You're
at
blowing
that
up,
level
man.
yet.
You're blowing up.
We're not at that level
You're
yet.
blowing up.
But
What would
anyways,
happen if we
I
toured?
mean,
Well, never. I mean, like Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if you know about her.
I think I've heard of her.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't really know
But
her.
she went to school and then she started rapping and she blew up and now she has to do classes online. So
It's also
maybe-
because if you're touring, you can't do the classes, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's always other options, and we'd like to all like have at least a background.
Yeah.
And it helps with how much music is business related. It actually helps so much because it keeps me interested in school. Because I'll be like, they'll talk about marketing, and I'll say, oh, like this is what we're doing with our band.
yeah,
For sure.
you could use those tools for sure.
Yeah.
Like I go to John Abbott in business my last year.
Oh.
And it for sure helps with social media marketing and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
for sure.
Jeremy too, or
Yeah, Jeremy's
in
at
business,
James B. So Concordia, McGill, and John Abbott.
okay, all the best ones.
Yeah, all the best ones there are.
There's so
and
many.
and Asher C.
Yes,
Shout
Asher
out
say
Eric.
Asher say.
I love that. I love that.
Asher.
Shout out. There's so many young people now that, like, especially with the kind of era that we're in with social media, that just want to get big right away. And like, I feel like so many more kids. I don't even know how old are you guys?
21.
21.
Turning 20 soon.
Oh
19
wow. Okay.
now, yeah.
So
Very
definitely in your age group, people are like, trying to get famous quick, and I don't feel like they're so focused on school like they used to be. And I even think that there's more programs at school that are geared toward not necessarily social media, but things that are more involved with like music, kind of like alternative stuff. Like, back in the day, like in my day, I'm in my 30s, right?
Oh,
so
yeah?
back, yeah.
Would never have guessed.
Oh, you're so sweet. Back in my day, it was clear cut. Like you did this, that, and now like I have younger cousins around your age, and they're going to like, one of my cousins goes to University of Scarborough. He's in a white supremacy and racism class. Like we would have never had this in my day. You know what I mean?
More current, more modern.
Yeah, exactly. So with everything that's going on now, I feel like, why would kids even still focus on school? Like, I know you told me you're in business and you're in school and you still see things that are related to what you're doing, but really and truly, you're making the connection based on your music, not based on school.
Yeah. If I wasn't doing music, then I don't know if I'd see the connection.
Exactly.
And I don't know if I would actually
it's
be
like,
inclined to keep going.
Do you see what I mean? Yeah.
The way I look at it is you find something you love, something you're passionate for, and then school just helps as a medium.
And it keeps your a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah, for sure. But I think for all of us, school is a plan B. Like our main focus is music. And especially this year, we recently have a manager, Stefan.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's been pretty busy.
How did you find your manager?
It's a funny story.
He found us. Well, no, actually.
He found us / we found him.
We found
my
him.
mom. My mom's super funny and she loves our music, and thank you,
Shout
Mom.
out
Love
Alex's
you.
mom.
Merci,
And my mom.
Chantal.
And
Anyways.
Jeremy's mom.
And we live close to my manager my whole life. I've grew up. He lives at the end of my street, basically. He was walking his dog one morning, and my mom knows he's in the music industry. He owns a ticketing business anyway. So she runs into him and she says, hey, my son's in a band. You should check them out, whatever. And he took it lightly. He just said, yeah, whatever. Because he gets these offers all the time. He's pretty, let's say, successful in his field. So he's used to getting a lot of people, parents, whatever, saying, go listen to my son's band. And he's like, yeah, whatever. So he listens to us. He's like, yeah, I'll do it because it's Chantal, and he knows my mom. But he calls me back. He texts my mom back, and he says, this is really fucking good. Like, what the fuck, Like,
the music is
this
good.
kid lives up my street, and wow, fuck, So then he's just like, we started just having meetings together, and then we just pretty much kicked it off.
Kicked it off.
Yeah.
Like he told me actually one day I had an exam, super tired. I said, what the fuck is going on? I just want to go home and sleep. And they're like, we got like a guy that wants to speak to us, and we've actually been approached by other people. And I'm not bragging, but it's just like, some people approach us and they talk all this all this hype, and it's like all the other artists that you were talking about, like everybody that's doing the music stuff for hype and clout. Anyway, where was I going with that?
found us.
He found,
He
us.
was legit.
And he sounded
And
serious.
and he sounded serious. And then
Yeah.
I was taking it lightly because I've been told that before, like, oh, we're gonna get you here, we're gonna get you there. And then honestly, like things started happening right off the bat before we even signed or like, you know, made it official. And now, you know,
cool.
things have really come together and we've just taken that next step and we're just going to continue to take those next steps.
Yeah.
It's just a process.
Yeah. I would like to know, like, how do you manage, like, starting your business, like the band, and like being successful at that and getting like very cool songs out there, social media on point. And you had like an event as well in September. Like we're gonna talk about that too. But like, how do you manage doing that but still going to school? You know, and like having a life, having a girlfriend, working.
Just,
like, do you have a part-time job? Like what like?
Yeah.
It's time management, really.
Yeah, but it keeps you busy.
It keeps you busy and it gives you something to do.
And
But I
just
have to
keeps you
admit,
waking up in the morning.
it's not the easiest thing. I would say we're living more than an average lifestyle right now.
Yeah, man,
Like the first
sometimes.
week of school is fucking rough for me, like brutal, because we're rehearsing every night for a show that we had at
Yeah.
the Fairmont Theater, and it's like you wake up at 6 to get back to school, and you're like not thinking about school, you're only thinking about music. and
Yeah.
it's just like you're trying to do both at the same time, but at the end of the day, you find a way to cope.
Yeah.
You find a way to live through it. You know, like we always adapt.
And like when I was younger, I was always keeping busy with sports and stuff too. And I loved playing sports. So like, you know, it wouldn't be a hassle. And school's kind of like always been, you know, stay in school. So music is something I love to do. And it's literally like the one thing I've wanted to do forever. It's like, do what you love. Okay, well, when I was younger, I said I love music. So that's what I'm going to do. But like, it's never been a hassle to keep it. But it's always been busy, but it's never like a nuisance. It's
But
like,
you said when you were younger, you always loved music, but you never really told anybody about it.
Yeah.
Why? You thought people would make fun of you?
No, not even. Like, maybe.
What sports did you
It's
play?
like being the jock. You don't
What
want to be
sports
the
did you
artistic.
play?
I played, my main sport was hockey. I was
Okay.
pretty good. Like, and that was at one point, it was like, okay, I'm going to go for hockey. But I really was never as into it because I knew that my true love was music. But then in high school, you know, I played rugby. I used to play soccer pretty competitively. I played football. I play golf. Like, I always used to be active, still pretty active, but like, I don't know, music is one thing I love to do. And back in the day, you know, people don't really like, because with music, you're really expressing yourself in a way that makes you vulnerable, and in a way that, especially when we started off, we weren't as vulnerable, because it's like you're really putting yourself out there. Like
For
one of our
sure.
songs, Priest, is like a love song. Even Sushi Date, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
they're very vulnerable songs, and that's coming from you, so you're speaking your mind. Like us, we are speaking our mind because we wrote it all together. But like, it's weird to come out with that until you really know who you are, and that's why when we're older, it's easier, because like, but as a kid, you know, you're going through some stuff, and you don't want to tell people that you
Yeah.
write love songs. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
It's like,
Yeah.
Well,
True.
speaking about your creative process, like how do you, like now you have 3 singles out, available everywhere, by the way, Spotify,
Check 'em out.
iTunes,
Check
Google
'em out, check 'em
Play,
out.
Group
Yeah.
Project, look it up.
yes.
You have Sushi Date, you have Priest, and you have MCK.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you get to sitting down and like, what is your creative process? Like, do you create a beat? Do you have an idea? Like, is it all 3 of you? Is it one person writes the song and the other 2 like do the jam? Like, what's the creative process? How do you get to
Very much all 3 of us.
A hit?
But I'll let Alex. I feel like Alex was gonna say something.
It's I would say it's different every time, but it's very much the 3 of us, like Jacob just said.
Like today. Like,
Yeah, like today we were just we ended up writing a song together, and it was just I had something. It's always one guy who has an idea, who has like the skeleton, and then all the other guys will add on their
Yeah.
parts and their opinions, and they'll say, "Oh, this is not that good. We should try to write something else," or "Oh, this is really good. Let's work upon this."
Yeah.
So
we're very picky too.
we want
In a way
we
that-
want to get the best song out there possible. So.
Yeah, but we
But
know how
it-
to write a good song, I think. Like,
Yeah, we've gotten better at it just from doing it. Like
Yeah.
for everyone listening right now, the more you do something, the better you get. at it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like everyone thinks, "Oh, you're so good." Like, yeah, you know, like maybe you get good, but you get good at something by
Doing it.
doing
Yeah,
it.
and putting
practicing,
yourself
for
out
sure.
there.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the better you get.
But, like,
Simple
yeah.
as that.
We don't like to be cheesy. Like, let's say, like today he had some riff, and then I say something cheesy. I'm like, that's too cheesy. Like, we don't want to put that out. You know,
Yeah.
you want to be specific and really speak to people at the same time. And I think writing catchy riffs is something we're actually naturally good at. And it's crazy because there's a lot of people that don't feel music the same way. I know, like, a lot of people, everybody loves music. Like, if you don't
Yeah.
love music, like, there's something wrong with you. It doesn't matter what kind of music, but like,
Yeah.
there's some, especially with Alex and Jeremy, I see it. It's like he'll write something and I'll freak out. Like I freak out when he writes something good. Like frig, you know. And there's not a lot of people that really freak out. Like when I'll play a song for my friends that we've made, I'm like, yo, check this out right now. Like what the hell? Like, and like we get that same freak out. So it's the craziest feeling.
It's cool
when you're writing something and you see it come from an idea and it turns into something real. And that was like the addiction. And then you just keep, and then you're like, literally, I'll get a song, and 2 weeks later, I listen to it like 100 times. I'm like, oh, I hate this song. Let's make a new one.
So talking about like freaking out and addiction, like, do you guys write all of your stuff sober, or does some of your best stuff come out when you're under?
Honestly,
I would say a lot of
question.
it's sober.
Sober, yeah.
But we do like beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like
I
lots
mean,
of it?
Some
no,
other
it's just
stuff,
it's just
no.
about, it's like every kid our age, you know, we'll like having beers and writing songs at night, but no, most of the time it just comes from inside, regardless if we've had beers or not. It's not like we have to get drunk to write a hit.
No.
Okay.
Not
Or
at all.
honestly, yeah, it's mostly like when I'm just most in tune with, like, you know, I'm just feeling like, okay,
Sometimes
nothing else is going on. I'm just feeling in the mood to write a song. And normally when I'm in that mood, it happens quickly.
It just
when
comes
we're
out.
in that mood. Because otherwise, sometimes I write a song. Sometimes Alex writes a whole song. Sometimes we all write a song. Sometimes Jeremy writes a song.
Yeah.
Jeremy's not here, but we got to
Sometimes
shout
it's
him out.
Yeah,
at
for sure.
Keep him involved.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's early in the morning. Sometimes it's at 3 in the morning.
True.
Whatever. A song comes out. You're just like,
When it just comes out like that. But we don't really like, yo, let's do this and then write a song. You know?
Yeah, usually the best things that we've done have come naturally.
Yeah, because the addiction is actually, I think it's more addictive when it's natural. Because otherwise you're actually addicted to just doing whatever you're doing to get a good song out.
Yeah, like essentially go with the flow.
And that way you could also know what will hit. Because if you're like super high and you're just like, oh, this sounds sick. Like, does it really sound sick?
When you're sober, does it still sound like
the next
that?
morning you're like, this is shit, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's probably better you're not.
Yeah.
And it, you know, because we're also all in school, so we like to be serious. We like to have our fun for sure.
Yeah.
Did you face like any hurdles saying to your parents like, hey, we want to start doing music? We're still going to business school, but we want to do business. We want to do music. Like your parents or the people in your entourage.
I feel like I got that more a bit. Like my parents, like they're so supportive now, and they've always been so supportive, and they were the ones that really put me in music as a kid, you know. But when I really started doing it, sometimes it actually got in the way of school, and I know, like sometimes I could tell. I'd be like, yo, I'd say something about music, and my mom would be like, okay, yeah, but how's school?
Yeah.
Shut up. You know, like, but now it's really gotten to the point where she sees like I have a balanced life, and she sees that music is actually something that could be a thing. Because before it was just like, okay, there's so many musicians, and she was just watching out for me. She didn't want me to, you know, put all my eggs in music. Like,
in one basket, yeah.
Eggs in one basket. That's a line in MCK if you listen to the song.
I did.
So there you go.
Yeah, audience.
Anyway,
check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. But
Check
she
it
was
out.
She was just watching out for me, you know. And but now it's crazy the amount of support I've gotten from my sisters too, my grandma, my grandparents, you know, my aunts and uncle. All family, friends, everybody supports us, which just keeps you going.
Yeah.
For sure.
How
There's so
about
many
you?
like kid stars, right? Like when you talk about music and even like TV, kids that started in the industry when they were super young and like didn't go to school, did homeschooling or whatever. Like you guys are young, right? So it makes sense to be in school, right? But like in 5-6 years from now, like there might be some artists out there, but like, oh, you guys are not serious about it. Like if you're serious about it, you give up everything else. You know what I mean? Like now it's almost like you guys, like people could look at you guys and be like, oh, you're still going to school. You don't really believe in yourself because you're still holding on to this business degree.
Yeah.
So you're not really holding on to your music.
Or you
Like
can-
how,
I
what
guess
would you guys
so.
say
You
to
could-
that?
You could see it like that, actually.
Yeah.
It's very true.
I mean, you could see it like that, but I think it's good to stay in school. Education's important.
And
for
I just
sure.
think
Listen
it's
to
like,
him, kids.
Yeah, like
it's not that
even though
don't
we
believe
love
it.
doing music and that's our main priority, I think we wouldn't be at the same place if we weren't at school. You know, like even though we're doing music, I think school is super beneficial in many ways.
It's the discipline of it. Because
But,
imagine how much time we put so much time into music, but imagine you're only doing music. Like really, like how much music you're gonna get sick. Like you're not gonna get sick of music, but you can't do like.
It's a good
music
balance.
24
It's a good
hours,
balance.
Then you're just gonna end up doing other stuff because like I don't know. I think just school just keeps a good head on your shoulders.
Or don't you think if you did
Keeps you
music like
disciplined?
100% of your time, you guys would be so much further in your music?
Probably.
That's really your passion?
Probably. But at the
imagine-
same time, I think we all have the desire to still be in school.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. And I think if honestly, if the time came where just like oh crap, group project going on a world tour, I'd be there. You know, like I would.
You would drop
sorry,
school, everything.
Drop school,
For sure.
everything.
Yeah.
I would hope to go back, but like, you know, in the future, you never know what happens. You just like life is just comes at you. You don't know what to expect. You know, like I don't know why or how, but maybe the band doesn't work out for some reason, but I know it will. Like I know 100% in my heart it will. It's just like it's good to have that backup plan. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I have like a year and a half left.
Right.
So I might as well just try.
And
finish it.
realistically,
finish it.
right now, it makes sense for us to still be in school.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are young, right? But some
We're
people are
young.
like, oh, you guys are some punk shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's-
No.
if you guys are really musicians, you
But
give
we
it up
wanna-
100%.
Yeah,
That's
that's true. But we want to do the music for the music. Like I know there's a lot of people out there, and it kind of doesn't offend me really, but it's just like they do it for the hype. They do
Right.
it for like the
Yeah.
clout. I
You
don't
have
use
to
that.
do
I don't really
things
use
'cause
that
you love
word,
it.
but I heard a lot of young people use that.
I don't even know
clout.
that word. I don't know
Cloud
what
is
it
like the new
new thing.
thing. It's like the new
Attention.
hype. Yeah,
It's like the
attention.
hype.
What's
Social
popular?
media.
I just want to be famous. Like I do it because I love music, and when people used to ask me, like I said before, it's like I think there's a lot of people in school still looking for what they love. It's like, oh, maybe they'll learn to love this. Like I had an internship this summer because it was like through school. So I was doing internship plus music, and I always knew, like I was like, frig, this is cool. I'm meeting people. I like meeting people, but like I don't like the job. I don't want to sit at a desk 9 to 5.
Right.
I know what I want to do, and I've always known what I want to do, and that's music. So why settle for something else?
Yeah, and music and the business degree is just something to help you out, help you develop the music side of things,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's not just music. There's the business side of things.
So much.
Could you
business.
tell
so
us a
much.
bit more about, like, for people who maybe are inspired by you guys? You guys are from Montreal. You're getting a lot of traction. You're blowing up. Like, people who want to do it the right way, you know, not just for clout, like you guys say. Like, what would be some suggestions or ideas that you would tell them on the business side of things, not just putting out really good music like you did, but
Right.
like,
I would
yeah.
I would say like making yourself look good is everything, you know, like really taking time to get a good album cover or a singles cover, whatever, like making yourself look like you're actually doing something good, you know, like if you come out with an amateur cover, it's going to make you look amateur, even though your song might be really well produced or whatever. It might make people perceive it as not.
Like, take your time, put out good
Yeah,
stuff.
take
Yeah.
your
Be
time.
serious
Take your
about it.
time. Is
Yeah.
what I was
Serious
gonna
and
say.
Don't rush
think-
and just put out anything.
That's
think about
exactly
the
what I was
long-term
gonna say.
effects too.
Boom.
Yeah. But also social media, you know, like really focused a lot on social media. It's a huge aspect, and it creates a lot of traction too. You know, like your social media followers will, you could link them to your Spotify and all that.
So wait, how many groupies do you guys have now? You guys must have mad groupies. Like, you're still in school,
Over
and now you make
9,000.
music.
Over
Yeah.
9,000.
Over
I
9,000.
said, like, I'm sure people will recognize you. People are at school, or because that's your target audience. They're like, hey, what's up?
It was the sickest thing. Because McGill has OAP, and it was like 2 people came up to me and they're like,
What's OAP by the way?
OAP is
Open Air
Open Air
Pub
Pub.
Fest.
It's just like this McGill event that they have at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And I was there with my friends, and somebody came up to me and they're like, oh my God, you're the singer for Group Project? I said, yeah, but you know, I'm not going to be like, yo, like, yeah. Don't
Yeah, that's
talk to
me. Back
I-
away. Where's my security?
I appreciate anybody that comes up to talk to me. So I'm like, thank you so much. Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe you came up to me. That's like sick.
But bottom of the line, we're just doing it because we love music, and we're just regular kids who just
Yeah,
want
but that's gonna fade away. Eventually, you guys are gonna be like,
No, but at the same,
hope.
no, but like, okay, yeah, we're all hoping.
like, back away. Where's my security?
no, we're all
That's not the
hoping
goal.
to get there, but like we're doing it because we love it, and to us, we're just normal kids doing something we love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but about the groupies though.
The
like,
groupies
on a
must
real
be
note,
serious.
Not the group like, oh, there's
They're
girls
real.
coming after me
There
everywhere.
has to be.
No.
Groupies, as in people who love group project.
Everybody
like
hates
groupies,
us.
group project.
No, I'm talking about real groupies. Like,
Like-
we're a
No,
different
no.
type. Like,
People actually, we do get messages, which is sick. Like, it's the coolest thing ever, honestly, especially because nowadays you can reach out to anybody. We get messages from people like, yo, you gotta come to Ohio. You gotta come
That's
to
the power of
Australia.
social
You
media.
gotta come to this. And it's honestly like, it's very frequent where it's got to the point where like my friends were away on vacation in Croatia and they sent me a video, like a Snapchat. They're like, yo, what the? This girl just played Sushi Date and she's from Australia. And but it's happened, like, this sounds very cocky and I hate to be like this, but like it's happened like twice or 3 times before. And I'm like, oh, sick. It's still sick every time, but it's just
No,
like,
you
it's
guys are
almost becoming-
international, man. Like, you
Yeah.
can see on Spotify.
Like,
you
still
guys
there's
have
so
some
much to
people,
do
a lot of
and
people in
somewhere to go.
Chicago, in New York,
Yeah.
in
That's
Dallas.
that's a cool.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas.
Yeah. Like, these are like where you have the most listeners because it
tells you on
yeah, it
Spotify.
tells you.
It's the
So that's-
pros of streaming. It's the
Yeah.
pros of like social media.
But like,
and
there's
streaming.
still so much more to do and so much more like, so what's the word I'm looking for, to go, like
Yeah.
You know,
The
like there's
opportunity.
You were
So much
talking
more opportunity.
about like for as advice, like take your time and invest in like how you look.
Definitely,
Like you guys, you didn't all do this in the past like 2 months.
No.
You guys
Oh.
have been working
all-
on this project on your singles for a long time, like 2018, 2019. So like
2017.
Yeah,
I would say
So-
it's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah,
Like, for
trial and
example, we had put out 2 albums, a few singles, and we found our manager and we took everything down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
We did everything.
essentially, like, we were just doing this in a bedroom. In Jeremy's bedroom, we started recording everything. Mixing and mastering was done by a buddy of ours who was like, he was awesome, like helping us and all that. But we still at our level, you know. And it was just like we thought it was great and it was cool at the time, but we realized that's only so much we could do with our own power, you know.
For
and
radio
then
quality,
for radio
et cetera.
quality, but we realized it's how hard it is to actually get there and to actually have a product that sounds up to par with all the other songs that are like the hits, you know.
Okay, so the
So it's a
three-
lot of trial and error. Like it's what I would say to people trying music now is go out there and try whatever you feel in your gut and like, you know,
Yeah.
make those mistakes and learn from them,
Yeah,
but
you
don't do
have
them
to.
again. You're like, obviously, you know, learn from your mistakes and
But at
yeah,
what
have
point-
fun doing it, you know, like strategize a lot. And like you know, now it's like there's kind of a trend in the music industry is like put out singles and then you put out your EP. You gain traction through those singles and then you promote your EP through that. Social media is one of our main tools, probably our main tool to
Do you guys
promote
take care of your own
singles.
social media, or
Yeah.
your manager does? Or you
We-
guys take
we
care of
take
your own
care of it, yeah.
accounts?
I take
Okay.
care of it.
So if
Very
somebody,
doable. Very
we all
doable.
do.
if somebody hits you up with a message, you guys are answering yourself.
Yeah.
Ah,
And we always
okay.
answer. We always
It's super
always try and
cool.
answer.
It's super cool. We
Okay.
have people from all over, mainly like the US, but we've had people from Europe, Asia, stuff like that.
And Montreal
Middle East.
too.
Montreal,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
You know,
Montreal,
don't forget
uh,
where you're from.
No,
Yeah,
no, Montreal is the best.
But yeah, but
But-
that being said, sorry.
Yeah, no,
I was just going to elaborate on the fact that we did have a bunch of songs out. Stefan had helped us get studio time and actually make them, you know, something you'd hear on the radio. So we got a bunch of stuff in the banks, but like also talking to artists that are trying to do this is don't rush it. We actually rushed it so much. It's like, we got to get music out there. We got to get music out there. And obviously if you're a band, you want music out there, but like there's a strategy and you always got to strategize.
Yeah, quality, not quantity.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
and you just got to think, and it's a process. You can't rush things. And we actually, like, it seems like we didn't, like 2 years ago, we actually made a bunch of mistakes and we actually like did a bunch of things that we probably shouldn't have done that probably like screwed us up a bit, but you have to go and
For sure.
Yeah,
You're
you
never
learn
going to
from
grow
it.
if you don't make a mistake,
That's it,
right?
yeah.
It's impossible. It's inhuman to not make any mistakes.
So many
Yeah.
people are so scared of making mistakes, like
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
scared, you know, and investing in yourself. Like you guys are young, so for our audience that's listening, it's a bit older. Like if we have people who are in their 30s that want to start off, they're like, well, yeah, you guys make mistakes. You know, you're in school, you're young, you're 21, you have this, that. But I don't have that same opportunity to make that mistake 'cause I'm older and I have this and I have that. So I know you guys are still young, you're not there yet, but what would you tell them?
I
Like
say
the
don't
older
be
guys.
scared.
Yeah, the older heads. Like
yeah, I would say
you're going to be
don't
older
be
one day
scared of
too.
making
No, I know,
mistakes,
yeah.
You know,
I would just say, like-
we're all human. Like fucking
yeah.
Don't
try some shit and be yourself.
But
you
I'm
know?
like very philosophical in a way, like that's how I write the songs. But like, yo, you only live once, and it sounds
Yeah.
super like,
It
oh,
sounds
Drake,
cheesy,
YOLO,
YOLO,
YOLO.
Young Money, what's
YOLO.
up? But like, you literally do. So like,
Yeah.
what do you like? Time is so limited.
It's precious.
Yeah.
It's
the only
precious.
thing we have that's like
Yeah.
really limited. Like, you gotta just
Yeah.
live it. Like, what are you doing?
It doesn't
today if
matter
you're
how
not?
old you are.
And that's why
Yeah.
maybe we're not doing it full time, but at least like I'm pursuing something that I wake up in the morning and it makes me wake up in the morning and be like, yo,
Yeah,
this
but
is
that's the
I'm, you know, otherwise I don't know. How
But that's
I
the
would be
thing. Even
without it.
older people who have a job and stuff, they can still do it
They
on
can
the
still
side
do
and
it.
then get some traction, do their like mistakes, and then when
Especially
it, and then
now.
when it pops up, then you can
Like,
you can
I
do
always-
it full time.
Yeah.
Exactly, and especially now with social media, it's like, what do you love to do? Like, I'm sure there's so many people that have passions, but their passions are secondary,
and they're hidden.
and it's hard to make your
Yeah,
passions
a lot of people,
a
yeah.
full-time thing. We're at the perfect age, and we started at the perfect age, and I'm so grateful that we did. But like, even then, if you're not at the like perfect age, I'm saying if you are a little older, so what? Just at least do it as a passion.
Yeah.
And then, but take it seriously. Don't just do it for fun.
It's never too
Because
late.
it's so sick
never
to
too
do
late.
what
For
you
sure.
love.
What do you
And-
mean by take it seriously? Like time,
Like,
money,
let's say
like-
I was, this never happened, and I ended up in business, and I got a job, and I'd come home every day and just write a song, and then I just have a bunch of songs in like I don't know, in my room,
Yeah.
written, and then I just play them. It's like, I don't know, because you're too shy to do it, or you think it's too old, it's too late. yo, it's not too late. Like, I don't know. That's what I mean. And if it's like painting or something, just like you have social media now, so at least you can get your artwork out there.
Yeah,
So
true
like
that.
back then,
But,
you definitely couldn't have done that.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
And
Don't
to
be
elaborate on what Jacob was saying is like, take it seriously. Like, actually try to make something good. You know, like you'll have songs that you write, but there's so much more than just songwriting. It's production, mixing, mastering, and actually writing something intelligent that's good. You know, and putting in the work. You know, like even though sometimes music is something that we all love the most, you got to put in the work that sometimes is really not as fun. That to make it good, to take it more seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
I noticed that you guys
But it
had
pays
this
off.
thing. You guys had this thing like, if you love our music, like hit us up, and if you don't, send us hate mail or whatever. Like, why would you guys even
It's just funny.
encourage that?
That's Jeremy's
You know what's
sense of
funny?
humor.
Jeremy, yeah,
It was
Jeremy's
Jeremy.
sense of humor, but I swear, I think that's why people message us.
And do people actually send you
All the time. All the
always.
time.
like your
And
stuff
you-
is crap?
I
You
think
guys
that's-
should kill
No, no,
yourself,
no.
like that type of
It's
shit.
always love mail. Sometimes it's constructive criticism.
Okay.
Like people,
Yeah.
some people have been like MCK was a song that used to be out and we redid it. It was the only, and everybody, some people were like, yo, I like the old one better. Only like one or two.
Yeah.
And we were just like, fuck you. No. I'm kidding.
No,
we
we're
didn't
kidding,
say that at
we're
all.
kidding.
We literally, like, I remember answering one of them and I was like, yo, thank you for the advice. Like, I'm sorry that it's not out anymore, you know? But because we said that, it just, I feel like it makes people giggle a bit. It's like, what the?
Yeah.
So actually inclines you to go and message us.
Yeah,
'Cause
and that's
cool.
something you. So audience who are listening, if you go check out Group Project on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere,
yeah.
you can actually text them. Well, not text them, but you can actually like message them on
Send
Facebook.
us some messages through Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram,
Send us
Facebook.
some hate mail, baby.
Oh, some
we
good stuff
love
too.
hate mail.
And so, what, you guys have girlfriends, right?
Yes.
No.
No.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
who's
No.
single so the women know,
Jacob's
Okay.
single.
Yeah.
Jacob's
or the men,
single.
women or men.
Yeah, no, I'm
But you must have girls lined up. Like, I don't see how you could be like this cute, both of you. Like I told you, like, I was shocked that you guys are so blasted cute. Because your pictures, you just look like regular Canadian.
regular.
Yeah, your Canadian pictures are like regular Canadian boys. Like, whatever. I see these guys on the subway. Like, who cares? I come in here like, oh, look at those smiles. Look at that braces, maybe.
Yeah, just saw the ortho. No.
Hashtag
Funny.
ortho.
Hashtag ortho. Yeah.
So I'm like, no, you have to have the girls lining up. Be for real.
Yo, I don't want to like.
Just say it, man.
Okay,
Come
he's
on.
so Alex.
Bitch. No.
So Alex has a girlfriend. Jeremy has a girlfriend.
Okay, Alex can
that
stay
likes
quiet.
that likes weird stuff.
staying quiet.
And Jacob.
I don't. I had a girlfriend and we ended very well. We're
Then I
still
started getting big. I
friends.
got rid of that bitch. No,
No.
it's a joke,
I
guys.
know. I
It's a
figured
joke.
it was a joke.
Yeah, day and
No,
night.
we're
That's
still
how we
chill.
do it.
That's
Day
how
and
we
night.
do it. We joke, but like no, we're still very chill. But I don't know. I like to be on my own. To be honest, like I don't know. There's something about being about your like
For
not
now,
just
for
because
now,
you can
for
go
now.
out and hook up with whoever you want. No, but you know,
It's a
like
time in your life where
you
you're
learn.
single.
There's
Yeah.
so much to learn about yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and it's hard to like. I feel like the best way to share your life with somebody is if you really know yourself.
Yeah.
Because
If you love
otherwise,
yourself,
like
yeah.
it's hard to learn. Like there's so much to know about yourself that you really need to be on your own to learn. That you.
But you
like-
guys are writing like love songs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but two of them
You must
are,
get such good material from relationships, good or bad, and all
Yeah.
this stuff, right?
That's why you chase a bit, then you just back off.
Ah.
Okay, enough motion to write a
I
song.
got enough. I got some. I got some good
I know.
material.
No, but
No.
I mean that's very deep. I honestly believe wholeheartedly in what you say. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people, they're like from their 12 years old to like
Yeah.
until they're old, they're always in and out, boyfriend,
Yeah.
girlfriend, in and
Yeah.
out. They're never by themselves. It's important to take sometimes in your adult life to be by yourself to
It
really
so
know
is, yeah.
who you are.
100%.
So
And
maybe
that
that's
too
a song
is that
too.
some people just become I don't know dependent on having somebody.
Yeah.
You know, which so, like you know I'm no mean to hate or anything. Like if you need like if you want somebody in your life, always like for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go for
for
it. Like
sure.
maybe sometimes I feel like I'm like too independent because I'm too by myself. But I think you know when the right person comes, I'll know.
Yeah.
And when the right person, like they
Yeah,
will
but
just
you're
come.
young. You just
And
chilling.
I don't want
out.
to force anything. You just like
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. All right. So,
Yeah.
talk to us a bit about what happened in September. There was a lot of action. You went on global news. You
Yeah.
went. You had a show. You had a show. You, I guess, re-released your single MCK.
Yeah.
Like, could you talk to us a bit about how like September and like
Yeah.
especially about the show? I want to really
Yeah.
know like how it
The
went.
show was cool. The show was our first real professional show at Fairmont Theater. It was sick. We sold out. There was about 500 people there. We did global news too. and that was really cool.
They were crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because we had a show.
They're crazy. Global news. That sounds.
They were crazy out there. No, I'm
like
kidding.
like they're on drugs. Like they
No.
seem super tame. Like
No,
woman-
they were very tame. Look, where was I going? Oh yeah,
They're crazy. What are you
like,
saying?
No. I was saying it was crazy. Like September was crazy.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant.
But
the
I'm gonna give it
global-
like
yeah.
some, talking about September. Like,
Okay.
we had a show. We literally were an online band. Like that's how we came to be. Was like recording, producing from our bedroom. And then we had one show last year at that OAP that I talked about before. I signed us up. I was like, yo, let's do this. We did it. We never performed our songs live. We had no idea what we were doing. We got a drummer. We played a good show. Our friends came. We got lit. And then we had a show.
It was fun.
Oh, no, we got lit after. But then in April, this is when we had our manager, Stefan, and we put on a show at this local bar in Hudson. We expected we were like,
Chateau
okay,
du Lac.
free tickets. We're gonna give out like we performed, we rehearsed for a lot of time, and then we're gonna give out free tickets, and we expected like 75 people, and I think close to like 200, maybe more, showed up, and it was like packed, and we like
Very fun.
and everybody was singing along. There's a video on my personal actually on the group project Instagram too of me singing Priest. And I literally dropped the mic because I
Acapella.
couldn't hear myself singing, and it just everybody's singing in my ear. And it was the craziest thing ever. Like, it was a dream come true. Like, the next day, for real, I literally had trouble sleeping because I was like,
You're
I just
so
lived my
hyped.
dream. I don't want to dream no more. You know? It was crazy.
How did you get with how did that song come about, Priest?
Oh, that was, like,
It's about Jacob's coming of age.
Okay.
good one, Alex. No, that was, like, Jeremy wrote the chorus back a while ago, and then I had written the verse, which is like, is someone smoking? Anyway, that's the start. And that
So it has
was
nothing to do
written-
with being religious or Catholic or
No,
anything like that.
not
no,
even.
no,
Not even. Funny
no,
enough.
No.
But you
But
are
we,
very
yeah,
religious.
but I am pretty Catholic actually.
But I like
Like,
your.
I'm very open-minded though, but like I am very Catholic.
I
Wait,
like
what do you mean by I'm very open-minded but I'm Catholic? What does
Because
that
like
mean?
I don't like to be like, oh, every other religion is bad. They have it wrong.
No, but like you believe in God and
I believe in God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fully, firmly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about
I
song
I knew
names.
I liked you, Jacob. I knew I liked you.
Yeah.
See it in your eye.
Yeah. Speaking about song
I
names,
was
I
12
really.
years younger. My husband's listening. Like we're all getting in trouble today.
Here we go.
So
Here we go.
someone
Late night
is
conversation.
Coming back day and night, baby.
So someone's flirting. Okay, so yeah,
I'm not
just
flirting. I'm
wanna
just
Hey.
being who I am. It's
I-
not even flirting. It's
We
just
got
saying
another
what I
groupie.
think.
Yeah, sing what you think.
yeah.
I'm not a groupie
Yeah,
either.
but
That's who I am.
you will
I'm
be.
just wild.
Yeah.
I said you will be. I love this.
I like your song names, like because they're really like especially MCK. I was like, what? And then
You
you
know what it
realize,
stands for?
yeah,
What does it stand for?
Marble Counter Kitchen.
Hey,
Yeah.
two fan.
Yeah.
She's a groupie.
There's the groupie.
Yeah.
I don't even
And
know.
it's
I was like, let me hear it.
Yeah, it's like, is that a drug or something? Like, no, it's like
Could
when
be.
you listen to the
No.
when you listen to the song, it's like, and then the Sushi Day is like, oh, it's cute, it's catchy, and it's like, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good song choice. But anyways, going back to your shows, like how, like what's the vibe? How, like, is it
Oh, right.
everything that you expected? Are there
It's a
what's
vibe.
unexpected?
Sorry
like,
to have
how
gone
do you
back
prepare?
so much, but like yeah, after that we had to put on another show. We had to we rehearsed like for this one especially like 4 days a week for like 3 weeks,
Okay.
and
while going
the-
to
Lot.
school.
while going to
Yeah.
school and like
Wow.
well school when we started rehearsing I think school hadn't started yet,
Okay.
but then school started and it was like every night come back from class go to rehearsal, but it was
Yeah.
like downtown which is sick. But I was literally hauling this huge piano on the metro. It was like paying my dues, you know. I like to be paying my dues, but like, yeah. And then we'd rehearse, and the show. It was tough at first because we were like, "Okay, we got to sell tickets," and we were selling hard copy tickets, selling online tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, we met with Stefan.
There's
and
a lot of grinding.
Alex was selling a lot of tickets at
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
but we were like, "Hey, we're at like 90 tickets total. The venue has 600 people, and we wanted to really like our goal was to sell out."
Mm.
And this is like 2 weeks before, but like we were at 90, and we were all like, "What? Like this sucks. Like we don't want to perform for 90 people because like you know we want our songs are sing along songs."
Yeah.
But then come closer to the date, people started buying and buying. We had that global news thing, promoted the show a bit, and then the show honestly was unreal.
Yeah,
Like-
it was cool.
It was crazy.
It looked packed through the room.
It was like
yeah.
look back. We got like some sweet videos that we're gonna be posting soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
And it was like 500, like close to 500 people, I think.
crazy.
came
it was a
in.
good experience.
As a song, like when you started writing songs in your bedroom, did you imagine,
Always.
having the same song in front of 500 people singing
No,
it back to you?
I didn't.
I did.
That was
What
your
the-
vision. Okay.
No, like
Yeah.
I did, but I didn't because
Oh,
it
no?
seems so surreal. Like that show was like a dream to me because I was just playing and I was like, what the fuck's
Yeah, 'cause that was
happening?
a
you know?
real concert. We had the lights.
Yeah, and it was like this
We had
is
shirts.
fucked up. You know,
It's
like we're
crazy.
playing and there's so many people there, and you're just like, wow, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Because we started in a bedroom, like just kids making music because we loved it.
But
you
I
know?
always used to like when we made music. Sometimes I'd show my friends at least too, and I'd be like, imagine like a sick crowd, boom, and then they'd be like, what the hell is Jacob doing? You know? But like
it was cool though.
But that's strategizing
But
too. You're
that-
making your songs for the crowd too, because you
Yeah.
said they're singing along. So
they're singing along,
Yeah.
and then that actually happened, and it was a real crowd with real lights, and it was just surreal.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's actually like baby videos of me with always a microphone, like performing and dancing, and then like it was me. Like I felt like I was just in my most natural
State.
like just performing.
Cool.
Just dope. And
Yeah,
so
you
was
get
Alex.
you get in a zone when you perform. It's cool for
Yeah.
sure. It's like a athlete when he's really in the zone. You know,
Who?
like an athlete.
An
Oh,
athlete,
yeah.
yeah,
like-
exactly.
like-
And
yeah.
how did that compare to your global news? Like
Global news was kind of cool because it was super early in the morning. We woke up and we were like all half asleep kind of thing, and we went into this small. It's like an apartment.
yeah, yeah. It's like a
loft.
weird
Yeah,
like,
but it's
office.
cool and it's like really. We just went in and it's super fast. Like we went in, did a little interview, played the song, and then out.
And
like,
because it
"Thank
was
you,
recorded
Global," and then
before,
boom. Yeah.
it was recorded like 2 days before it was aired, so it wasn't like
Okay.
as much pressure, and it was actually a green screen. So what you see on TV is fake. It's fake news.
Fake news.
fake
Trump.
news.
No,
Fake
you know?
news.
But like it
Okay.
was just like, it just didn't seem so like
Overwhelming.
It wasn't overwhelming.
Yeah, it just seemed like another thing.
Yeah,
honestly,
it was a good. It was in a good way. It was like very chillax. Like
So how do you guys decide like what are you gonna wear for your shows and stuff like that? You guys have stylists yet or?
Well, Jack and Jones
Jack
is
and
our
Jones?
supplier
sponsored.
They
by
sponsor
Jack
you
and
guys?
Jones. We did. They did for our photo shoot
for
Or
our first show and our photo shoot.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's
So-
from your manager. He got that link for you
Yeah.
guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jack and Jones, great clothing.
Mhm.
But no, in general, we try to be as stylish as possible. And
You guys have your own swag. Like you guys have two different looks. Like
Yeah.
completely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's true.
And Jeremy
Yeah.
too. I'm sure he has his
yeah, Jeremy.
his weird look.
Jeremy doesn't have a good look. I'm just joking.
You guys said he was weird. For Jeremy. He's not
Alex
even
said it,
here.
Alex.
We love you,
I'm
Jeremy.
sorry,
we have
we
to come
love
back.
you.
You have to come back with him.
miss
This
him.
is not
Yeah,
fair. We
it's
can't
true.
pick on him. He's not
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Part 2 of the episode.
Yes,
later.
for sure, we're gonna have a part 2 for sure.
For sure.
sure.
For sure.
But no, it's I don't know.
I don't know where my style
we
came
don't
from.
put too much like thought into what we're dressing. We don't overthink it. We're just like, oh, this looks cool, and we're good to go.
But I always like to look good.
yeah, we look good when we play. Yeah.
Look over.
But
comfort.
do you coordinate like Destiny's
We
Child?
try
Oh,
to. That's something we need to work
Yeah.
on. I think because
We
last
look
show
up
it
to
was like,
Destiny's
fuck,
Child.
we were not that coordinated. I don't think.
I always wondered this question. It's like a really messed up question. Of course, I'm going to ask it because that's who I am. I'm
Here
going to
we
ask
go.
anything
Here
that
we
comes
go.
to my mind.
Do
I'm
it.
going to ask.
Do it.
But I always wonder, like in bands, you know, like who has the most talent? It's such a massive question. I know.
Messed
I
up.
know you
It's
guys are
pretty
never
messed
going to
up.
answer.
You messed
It is messed up.
But they're
But like,
different
you know, you
types of
see like
talent.
people, hey, hold on, I'm asking the boys a question. Don't talk. You know,
Fair,
like when you
fair,
see
fair
bands,
question,
like, you
fair
know, like,
question.
okay, I mean, of course, I'm going to use Destiny's Child. You know what I mean? Like they were a band, everyone loved them, blah, blah. Then they split up and it was like clear to the whole world that obviously Beyonce had the most
Okay.
talent, you know?
Okay.
But when they were together, they were unified. I'm not asking you guys to talk bad about each other, but I just want to hear your opinion on people like me who think like there must be somebody in there pulling more weight than the others.
Do you
I
want
think in a
to
lot.
take this
yeah,
one?
I'm gonna take this one.
I'll take.
I
The,
think in a
I'll
lot of bands-
elaborate after.
I think in a lot of bands there definitely is. It's like one guy with supporting acts, but I swear,
Okay.
and this is not just me being cheesy, Jacob. You know, like we actually compliment each other like crazy. Like I've jammed with other people before, and it's always cool, but like there's never the chemistry that we have. It's just crazy. It's like, and I sometimes can't write as good as like sometimes I'll write a full song at home, and it's just like when I go with Alex and Jeremy, it just becomes this whole other thing that becomes like 100 times better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's cool because I've said this actually to them too. It's like we're such talented people with regards to music, at least in one room, which makes this crazy outcome, which is why we've had the little success that we've had so far. I don't think there's one person that's talented. It's
Yeah.
just so different because Alex is like, he plays like bass, guitar, drums, better almost like, and I'm piano, guitar, but my guitar's like playing sucks. My piano playing's pretty good, but Jeremy also plays good piano and produces. It's just like I could never produce like Jeremy. I could never play instruments like Alex.
It's like a big puzzle, and we're all the pieces that
Yeah,
come together.
and they can't really sing. They could sing.
we sing
They don't
backups.
sing.
We're getting
They
better.
sing-
Okay,
yeah,
Jacob.
they're getting better.
But
You see,
but
it's coming out.
anyways,
It's coming out. You see, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm
now
getting
the
there.
fights are happening.
You're getting us aggravated. I'm sure.
Maybe sing backup. I don't know.
no, but they're good.
No.
No, they're very good backup. very good backup.
He was
But,
like,
that's
yeah.
what I mean. It's
Look at his face.
Not
He's
good
like, wait till
solo,
this-
good backup. But no, like Beyonce, that example, it's like maybe she was more talented, maybe she had more drive, maybe she had more passion for it too. Often,
Or maybe she had more resources,
The people
too, you
who are
never
more
know.
talented or better are just the people who love it more and who are more willing to put in the effort to get better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think, to be honest. I think everyone has the potential of becoming something. It's just a matter of if you're willing to put in the effort or not, you know?
So you guys want to blow up. Like, you don't just want to do this for fun. I mean, you say it's your passion, but you
Right.
guys would love for this to be your
it would be
everyday.
cool. It would be amazing. That's what we want.
But
Yeah.
imagine not having to finance your life without other than doing what you love.
Right.
That's why I do. Like, I
Do you
would
think
love
that's
to blow up for that
possible? You
reason.
guys staying as artists in Montreal, you're gonna definitely have to leave Montreal to do
Ooh, I
it.
think
No, I
no,
think
we'd have
no.
to leave.
You
Yeah.
see?
But
And
like, I'd love
music
to
is a
live
tough
here.
business for sure.
Yeah, it's a tough. Everybody
is a tough
leaves.
business.
Celine, Drake,
Yeah, they don't- yeah.
Arcade Fire.
You can't.
Avril Lavigne. I don't
can't-
know.
you
Other,
would
all the
never-
Canadian ones.
Yeah.
I don't think you would ever be able to be like sustainable if you were just a musician in Montreal.
Yeah, you have to move
Never.
around, but come back though.
Oh, I absolutely love
Always
Montreal.
come back.
Sure, this is our roots.
Montreal's
my.
I love
Yeah.
Montreal. I love the
Yeah.
city. So, I
So,
love
love
it.
yeah. So someday, Centre Bell.
I mean, you
know?
go on
Oh, of
tour, but
course.
you can be
I work there
successful
right now,
living in the
actually.
place that
Wait,
you
wait, wait.
started.
For sure.
You
Yeah.
work
It's
at
just
Centre
a
Bell.
matter
I
of
work
being
at the
more
Centre Bell.
international.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. You said you worked at Centre Bell now.
Yeah, I just had my first shift.
He's a hockey player too.
Yeah, I know. I
do you have like an inside on
I'm the beer boy, the snack boy now.
Wow.
Because
Snack
I
boy.
can't like right now music is not paying the bills.
Okay.
It's like, and I still like to have my fun. I still like to party.
Okay.
So like I need some money coming in.
So all his
Okay.
money goes towards party.
Yeah, I
Okay.
live downtown now too, so there's a lot I spend on like for myself. So yeah, I work there. I do
Okay.
all the Canadians games. I'm there serving.
Okay.
beer.
So if
That's
you're
where all the
if-
goofies
If you want to
find
come
you.
visit me,
yeah.
The
at
snack bar.
Canadians at the snack bar.
Hey Jacob, can I
I'm
have
not singing.
can I have Pringles, please?
Nice.
That's me.
All right. Well, well, so yeah, it's the people who go to the Canadians.
And
If
they
you have
wanna come
tickets for the
visit
season,
Group Project.
and you
see the
listen.
singer.
Exactly. Go see the singer. Like.
Yeah,
hook 'em
I'll
up.
sign your bag of chips or your beer.
or your body something.
Have you done that? Okay.
No.
Like, what are the craziest things you've done so far as artist?
Nothing that crazy.
No.
Damn it.
We're still pretty young. Like we're still pretty new, you know. Like,
I wish we did. Yeah.
I feel like when we go on tour, some funny stories are gonna come
Okay.
up.
for sure.
Okay. Well,
But for now,
no.
Yeah.
From going from your bedroom to day and night conversations, official.
Yeah,
Uh,
true.
what are some unexpected experiences you've had? Like, because everybody has an idea, like, oh, I'm like what a musician does in a typical day. Like, they have a photo shoot, they they rehearse, they go to the studio, they write. Like, but what are some unexpected things that we don't think about?
The exhaustion from especially September, where there's 1 week in September where it was like
It's
we
a lot
had
of work.
4 rehearsals plus the global news thing, plus I don't know, maybe something else, but it was just like, oh my god, we woke up for global news and we're like, we had a rehearsal the night before, we had a rehearsal that same day later that day, and we're like, holy cow, this is exhausting. It's
Wow.
like, but it doesn't really feel as exhausting as maybe like working another job because it's what you love to do.
For
I mean,
sure.
that's not like, at least the global news thing is still cool, but you're rehearsing, so it's like you love doing it, so it's not as exhausting as it seems.
Yeah,
But I never would have expected it to be like so tiring.
Okay.
But like I much prefer being tired doing that than
Something else.
something else.
yeah. You don't feel it as much either,
Mhm.
Yeah. And
but
how
it
about
is
you?
for sure. It's tiring. Yeah.
Is there any experience that you've had that are like, oh, I didn't know I was gonna have to do this, or this is
I
fun.
had to wear makeup one time when we did photo shoot, and I was like, "What's happening here?
Yeah, what did they
Don't
do
put
to me?
mascara. Don't put blush
Yo,
on
that's
my
why
face."
we look better in person. Yo, no, I'm
And,
kidding. They did a good
no,
job.
but it was
for
cool.
Big.
But I was just like, "Wow, this is fucking weird."
yeah, they look at the pictures, man. Like,
Yeah.
oof. I don't know
But
what
it
they did to my
But at the same time, though, like I feel like we're all pretty open to trying new things. So it was just cool. It was just cool, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was dope. But they did.
It was
they did my hair
super
and
cool.
I looked kind of like James Dean, but like I was also like I would never do this to my hair.
No.
No. Yeah, you looked fucking weird, but cool.
Yeah, no, I look goofy as fuck, but like
Yeah.
frig.
But it was funny. It was cool. It was cool. The most unexpected thing, yeah, the exhaustion. How much like there is a really big part of music that's business related.
Mhm.
That's one of the biggest things for
Yeah,
me.
for sure.
Was like, you know, at first when you're making music, it's all about like feeling it and
Artistry.
creating something that you really like. Artistry, yeah, it's like creating the art. And after that, it's like, no, you have to do so much like technical business things like social media marketing and all these meetings you have to attend and
Contracts.
whatnot. You know,
Contracts.
contracts,
Incorporation.
And they're not as fun.
lawyers here and there,
It's
and
not.
Do you?
I mean, it's not as fun, but at the same time, it's another experience that you're just like, oh,
But
this
it's
is
like
cool.
it's part of the dream kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, when we were working alone, just us, I always imagined I dream in steps. So I always dream like, okay, I dream we have this sick manager who's gonna help us become something better. And if I'm thinking back at it, like we're at this point where we have this sick manager that's actually helping us out so much, and he's a cool ass guy. It's like, and it's literally like, hey, that dream has come true. It's like, hey, now we gotta dream bigger, you know. So.
Yeah.
I forget what the initial question even was, but like,
He always
yeah, I always say that.
I have a game.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yes,
play it.
I have a
Let's
game.
do it.
It's
Truth or dare?
no.
Oh, fuck.
It's get to know or know group project. Know your group project.
Okay.
Let's go with
Oh.
that. Know your group project.
Okay, perfect.
So
When's the due
it's
date?
one or the other. So would you say which is best, performing or writing?
For me, oh fuck, that's
so hard.
that's tough.
It's one or the other, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Performing.
Performing?
Performing. Yeah,
Okay.
performing.
Okay.
Don't copy me.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Dogs.
Oh, I like the. You were right about this guy.
I told you.
Come on, what about me?
Your girlfriend, we already
I love
counted you
cats
out.
too, but
Cats are cool.
Okay, long walks on the beach or Netflix and chill?
Long walks on the beach.
oh, that's so hard.
What beaches have you guys been
Come on,
to?
enjoy the nature.
Well, I've been to some sick beaches.
Which ones?
Maine, no, Jamaica. Like I've been to the south. I love the Caribbean.
You've been travel. You've traveled.
Actually, nicest
I don't
beaches in the
know.
world.
I gotta say
Portugal
beach.
and
Walk on a
the
beach.
Algarve. Go to there.
I gotta do walk on a beach.
Walk on the beach.
Yeah,
Both
you
walk
can't-
on the beach.
Yeah,
You
I
want
love,
it?
I love
Yeah?
Netflix and chill, but like walk on a
Okay,
beach.
okay.
Come on, yeah. Get
All
some
right.
air. Get some fresh air, kids.
Text or call?
Call.
Call.
Really? I thought it would be text for you. Do you
Yeah, but
have-
he sings. He must want to,
Call. You actually get to
that
hear the
voice,
person.
yeah.
You get to hear the person.
No, but I do text sometimes because like calling, I'm just like I don't want.
Calling, it's less.
I don't want to be on my phone that
You
much.
get
I
to
end
the
up being-
point. You get to the point.
You
Yeah,
should have
hear
said
the
like
person's
text or
voice.
voice note. That was a good one.
Maybe. Who leaves voice, man?
Okay,
I
so
do all day.
Oh,
so
yeah?
BMW or car, and BMW I mean like the metro style, like bus metro walk, like the Montreal
Oh,
style.
okay. I never heard that before.
You never heard BMW?
Never. That's
Bus
so weird.
metro walk
Or
Or-
car.
or car.
I have to
Car.
say I'm from Hudson, so I have to use my car.
But I do.
I'm not
metro
getting
walk.
anywhere if I take
But if I live downtown, fuck yeah,
Yeah,
BMW.
BMW everywhere. Oh, you know what the new thing? Lime scooter.
All
It's
the
sick.
way.
Oh, that's a new
That's part
thing.
of the
Really?
BMW
But yeah, I have
Y.
BMW a lot.
I'm too
Or
scared. I'm
W.
Lime. Shit. L. BMW.
Okay. But there's another one. But I'm too scared of that. Like I'm too scared of like.
It's so
sick.
fun. You try.
Yo,
it.
I've
You love
almost
it.
had some crazy accidents.
But
But
that's what
Look how excited he is to be like, I almost died. It was amazing.
no, but otherwise they get you places quick and so cheap. It's
Alright.
super cheap.
Good workout too, eh?
No.
For the wrists.
Okay, so you need a workout for the wrist.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Anyways.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Wait, it's 18 and older.
Shoot.
Anyways.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
While we were swearing, we've been drinking, you know. Anyway.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and flirting.
Fu-
Anyways, summer or winter?
Give
Summer.
me a break.
Come on.
You.
They're
I
like
love
walking on the beach. You think
snowboarding.
they're ever gonna say winter?
I was
I love
almost gonna
hockey.
say winter.
I
You
love
said-
hockey.
you
No,
said
can I say fall? I like
No.
fall.
No.
Can I say I'm gonna say summer, but I love hockey and I love snowboarding and Christmas.
Summer. But like
Family
I have
time.
this like weird thing on my skin where the sun like puts like spots on my skin.
Okay.
Weird. Oh, you can see it kind of on my arm. See there?
So you're allergic to the
Oh my
sun?
gosh,
Is that what's
kinda.
happening?
So it's like I
Dude,
kinda
I
like
think
winter.
you just need,
Are-
that's a sunburn. You need some sunscreen.
No, it was because I don't think I wore enough sunscreen as a kid.
Okay.
Anyway, I kind of like it's so hard
Dude.
to answer those questions.
Okay, fine.
It's summer.
If it
Burgers.
wasn't for his skin condition.
Almost done. Almost
Winter
done.
'cause
Almost
of my
done.
skin condition.
Burgers or tacos?
Burgers.
Burgers.
Burgers. Okay. Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
All right. Okay.
I like a horror movie, but comedy always makes me laugh. Yeah.
Okay. Watch or play sports?
Play
Play
sports.
And which one?
Soccer for me and hockey.
No
Oh,
basketball.
you answered for him too, or did you say
Yeah,
soccer
I
and
say
hockey?
soccer and hockey.
Okay.
Soccer.
Soccer.
and hockey.
Saki?
Okay, podcast
Soccer
is done.
and
They don't
hockey.
even know to speak English.
Soccer and
Give me
hockey.
another drink.
Soccer and hockey.
Soccer and hockey.
Fucking hockey.
Soccer. Oh, okay. Hockey. So big hockey fans.
Yes,
do
Montreal
do-
Canadiens. Let's
Are,
go.
are they ever gonna win again? Let's be
Yes,
honest.
this year.
This year?
This season.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
you have to believe it every year.
Okay, let's do it.
I also
do
like
it.
football, but hockey way more.
Okay. Cool.
Anyway.
And last one, day or night?
I
Go
would-
Nancy.
I would
Go
say
Nancy.
day. I would say-
Go Nancy.
I don't know. Night's sick and day's cool. In the summer, I would
It's a
say
good
night.
lyric.
In the winter, I'd say day.
Okay. Well, right here you can have both. Day
Yes.
and night. And
Day.
Oh,
And night. Day and night conversations,
night.
right?
Day and night
night.
conversation.
Yeah.
I like the night.
All right. On that note, one last thing.
Yes.
What is one thing that you would like the audience to know about that you would like to say to the audience? The ladies and gents out there listening to us right now. One last thing to finish off about the
what
group project.
Do what you love. Be passionate about what you love, and work at it, and good things will come. Don't listen to the haters, and yeah, just try some shit, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Okay.
What
Learn
I
from your
want them to
mistakes.
know, we love them.
Yeah, we love
We
you.
love
We
them.
love you guys.
It's just because if you're like,
Okay.
we love the fans.
Aw.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you.
Yes, and you have direct contact with them too. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, yeah.
So go check them
Well,
out.
they're still managing their own social media.
Yeah, while they're still
hit them up.
For now.
Yeah. So where can they check you out? Like group project.
Instagram, Facebook,
Group Project
Spotify,
Music
Apple
on Instagram.
Music, Google Play, all major streaming
Or
platforms.
at the Bell Center.
Send us
Snack
a
bar.
message. Send us a message on Instagram.
Instagram is the best way.
Send us a message.
Contact
Okay.
us. Say what's up.
I
Okay.
got a personal account too.
Yeah. me
What's
too.
your personal account?
Can't say.
Okay. So why did
It's
you?
so personal you can't tell them what it
That's
is.
why
But
it's
you can
personal.
find it if you're a real groupie.
Okay.
Ah, you gotta be a real
so
fan to
that's
find it.
a
Challenge, Nancy.
challenge done. All right. So, well, again, thank you so much for coming over.
Yeah,
any
thanks,
any
guys.
big projects? Is there any show or something coming up?
Maybe in
album?
November.
Just stay
We'll
tuned.
see.
Stay tuned.
Things are
Stay
gonna
tuned.
happen.
Oh, things are happening. Things are happening. Okay. So again, well, thank you so much
No problem.
for coming over at Day Night Conversations with your girl Burgundy Nancy and
Day.
of course your one day.
Hey.
The only one and only. Okay, so we have Alex and Jacob here. Jeremy, we still miss you.
Yeah, we miss you.
Yes.
All we
group
know is that
project.
Jeremy's weird.
Yeah. Group project. Go check them out, please. You won't be able to stop listening. It's very catchy,
Yeah,
And so that's how we do it at Day and Night Conversations.
So we do it day and night.
Day and night.
Day
Day
and night.
and day.
Hey,
And
is that the
oh.
song?
Ooh.
This is one of them.
Oh.
Who's this?
Is that my boy Jacob right there?
And Alex?
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot your name. I'm talking about
Sushi.
He's done.
This is the single. Sushi. Day.
And I'm back at your house now. You snuck me through your window. Now we're kissing on